Okay, Year 12s, we are looking at using savings account calculators on bank websites. So this is just a quick run through of how you go about doing this and what steps you've got to take to get ready for that. Now, having said that, each bank might look a little different. Its website might look a little different, but these are basic ideas, okay? So this is what you have to have done before you get to that. So you're going to be looking at 4 years of the apprenticeship. You've got to do this for each individual year. Okay, so the first year of the apprenticeship, your annual income, you've been given this stuff. You know from that handout what your annual income is going to be in each year. So from there, you get to your weekly income or fortnightly, whichever you decide to get paid. But let's say you've got 52 weeks getting paid there. So you've got your weekly income there. But then it says in the task sheet that 25% of that is going to be savings. So we've got to find 25%. You get your weekly multiplied by 0.25. So we've got $159.57. I'm just going to round that up to 160. Make it a nice round number. That's going to be your weekly deposit into the savings account. So whichever bank you're going to go with, whatever their interest rate is, every week for the first year of the apprenticeship, there's going to be this amount of money going into it. Okay. Now, let's just walk through a particular bank. All right. Now, this is St. George. So if you go into St. George and there's a bunch of stuff going on there, you can, first of all, find the interest rate. You can't do this without the interest rate. So if you go to the bank websites, they will have somewhere the list of accounts, first of all, and the interest rates. So you might go, oh, that looks pretty good. Or MaxiSaver, yep. Just check the fine print. Some of them you have to have over a certain amount. Now, the St. George one, if you go into it, it says you have to always, be plugging something into it and never let it run dry. Here we go, $50 each month, and your account does not fall below $0. I think that would be the safe one to go in this one, the incentive saver. So it's going to be 5% per annum. So I know if I'm going to use St. George, which you don't have to, I'll show you a different one in a second. If you're going to use St. George, you might go, righto, interest rate's going to be 5%. And I know from my calculations, I'm going to be putting $160 a week in. All right, so let's now get to the calculators. Now, if you're wondering, how to get to the calculators, you can actually type in the search engine here, but just type in calculator, and a lot of them look very similar to this. I think a lot of the websites use the same bit of code to actually do this. So let's say I'm kicking this off with $500. Okay, you decide that. You decide something that is doable, it is realistic. You're not going to start it off with $6,000, but you're going to start it off with an amount that you can feasibly save up. Now, my regular deposit, I said, was $160. So I'm putting $160 in each week. Now, you can change that here to fortnightly, monthly, etc. I'm just keeping it weekly. My interest rate is 5%. And I'm going to do this for 1 year. All right, so there it has it. So you have a graph, you can have that sort of thing going on. It tells you exactly how much interest you've earned. That's not a bad little way to do that. Then what you can do is do a screenshot of that. Okay, just this thing here. So at the end of the first year, you're going to have 9,000, let's call it 9,053. Okay. Yeah, righto. Well, let's say, I'm just going to go back to this. Let's say I do this same maths again. I'm going to take a shortcut here. So let's say I do the same maths again, and I've got my second year of the apprenticeship. Let's say I go and do all of this again, but now I figure out that the weekly deposit, let's call it 180. No, 183. Okay, now I just made that up. That's not right, but let's, for the sake of it, let's run with that. So let's say I figure out for the second year of the apprenticeship, my weekly deposit is 183. All right, go back here. Now, what was in the account at the end of the first year? This is the first year of the savings. The first year is 9,053. All right, so let's do my second year. It's going to start off with that amount. What's there at the end of the first year is going to be my starting amount for the second year. So 9,053. And I'm going to be putting, I think it's 183 in there. Weekly. All right. So now this is what's happening. This is my second year of the apprenticeship. I've got a little bit more I'm putting away because I've got a pay rise. I start off there, 9,053. That's what was in the account at the end of the first year. I'm still running it for 1 year. Okay, so it's just like each year is a separate thing. You're going to do 4 different times of this, one for each year of the apprenticeship. And then I would have 19,270. Again, do a screenshot of that. That's my second year. And away you go and do all 4 years. Okay. Each time, what you're going to change is the regular deposit and the starting amount. Okay, we're assuming that this interest rate is going to stay the same, which is a big if, but we can write about that in the limitations. Okay, right, that's St. George. What if, well, let's go Bendigo. Okay. All right, so first of all, I need to know what the interest rates are. Okay, so I go bank accounts, discover our products. Here we go, savings accounts, click on that. Here we go, Easy Saver. All right, rewards. I'm going to go with this one here. Oh no, hang on. No, not with that one. The fine print doesn't run with it. But let's go with 3.5. I'm going to go with the Easy Saver, 3.5%. Okay, so now I go up here. I'm going to search for, oh, there it is. They're already tools and calculators. Okay, so let's see, deposit and savings. Let's see what that looks like. Here we go. Right, so it looks a little bit different, but it functions the same way. You're going to start off with $500. Oh, now let's start off with something different. What if you said, yeah, what? I'm going to start off with 750. All right, my interest rate is 3.5. Okay, and I'm only going to run this for 1 year. My extra deposit, I think I said it was 160. I'm doing it every week. Okay. My final balance after that one, click on that one there, is 9,241. All right, so this here, you could actually just do a screenshot. Oh, look at this. It tells you, it's pretty groovy, what's happening at each and every month. Okay. You can do a screenshot of that. It also gives it to you as a deposit table. Okay. Either way, do a screenshot, and that's for the first year. So then you could go along and do something different for the second year. Okay. That is how you use these things. Basically, you need to do this. It doesn't matter which bank you use, but pick one and do it.